Let's have a discussion here. You know the drill. You know the drill. Let me get this jacket off. What's going on, yo? I'm Ali. Welcome to the channel. My little car vlog here, Callista. So I'm hoping I can keep this one relatively decent length. My last two videos have been 11 minutes and they've been doing pretty well. You guys have been watching a lot of the the videos, so thank you so much for that. It's definitely a motivator. I'd like to see more comments. I want to see more engagement. Share your stories, your emotional connections to your vehicle. For those of you just joining, I call my car Callista. I named her. I like naming things. It means most beautiful in Greek. It just made sense to call my car Callista, and that's how I refer to her as. So I just wanted to talk about manual transmission on my Audi A4 Quattro. I love manual transmissions. Nothing against automatics. They have their place in the world, clearly. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this, all right? So I want y'all to pay close attention, all right? I'm not gonna do anything with the clutch. The only thing I want you to learn how to do is this. Go left and up. That's first gear. There's nothing like a manual transmission vehicle. I'm not a purist by any means. I drive anything and everything. It doesn't matter to me. Manual transmission to me is the most purest way to drive a car. And that's only because I'm a driver. I'm not a commuter. I feel like there's such a personal connection to your car when it's a manual versus an automatic, which is more like a disconnect from your car. It's not just a get in and go for me. It's a get in, let's go for me. For second gear, simple. Come straight down. Boom. It's that simple. For third gear, go middle. Just bring it to the middle and go straight up. It's third gear. For fourth gear, straight down. See how easy that is? Look at that. It's so simple. For fifth gear, same thing. Center, right, and up. Just like that. Sixth gear, straight down. Boom. I'm sure many of you have stories to tell about your experience with a manual transmission car. Mine is rooted in, you know, some deep personal memories and experiences. I remember the first time I first learned how to drive a stick. I was 13 years old. My father taught me. We had I believe it was a 1991 Acura Legend. Wow, what an experience that was, because I learned how to drive at age 12. My dad taught me at age 12 to drive, and that was in a Corolla, like an early 90s Corolla, and that was an automatic. So I learned how to drive an automatic before I learned how to drive a stick. Once my dad got the basics down for me in an automatic to where I wasn't too overwhelmed with learning the shifter, shortly after learning in the Corolla, he sat me down in the Legend that we had, and he had the ignition key off, and he was like, I'm going here, I'm gonna bang something out real quick in the basement. In the meantime, just sit there and learn the shifter, the gears. Okay, so I'm gonna show you another thing you can do. So again, first gear is left and up, right? Second gear, straight down. Now here's where, with experience, you can do the next thing. So remember how I said to get to third gear, you have to go center and then straight up, right? I want you to practice that until you get good, okay? And I'm like, all right. So like, you can imagine like a 13-year-old Ollie just sitting down. I'm just sitting there shifting into one. I'm like, yo, like, it was lit. It's so fresh in my head. And I'm sure a lot of you have a lot of memories that's fresh in your head about when you first started driving a manual transmission car. It's definitely in my DNA, and it's a memory that I will always forever cherish until the day that I'm no longer on this planet. Very grateful for that experience, and to my dad for teaching me that. It's been a ride for me, for lack of a better term. When it comes to driving a manual car, Callista represents over 10 years of not having a manual transmission car. So we'll go back to second, and now I'm gonna go to third, but I'm not gonna do the middle and up. I'm just gonna be one fluid motion for me. So boom, now I'm in third. Bring it straight down to fourth. Then I'm gonna go to fifth all the way to the right, and then sixth all the way down. See how simple that was? Main reason being that you probably wouldn't be able to tell, but I have bad feet. I had surgery on my left foot. Last year I had bone spur removed on my left foot, and that took me out of commission for 7 weeks. And thankfully my job, very grateful to them, gave me those 7 weeks. I got paid. I was happy. I was able to heal, recover, and come back. I'm forever grateful, but those 10 years were for a reason. And I also don't have really good padding on the bottom of my foot or both feet. It does hurt a little bit when I have to depress the clutch. I have to take it easy sometimes when I'm driving. It's hard when I think about how I know that one day this is going to end for me, and it hurts to think about. Again, I went 10 years without a manual transmission car, and Callista's the first vehicle with a manual transmission that I've had in so long. I don't want to think about the future right now as far as that, because it makes me sad when I think about it. So for now, I just kind of want to live in the moment, enjoy Callista, and I want y'all to enjoy her with me so that I'm not alone in this. I want to share it with people, and it's why I'm doing this, is just to share my journey. Callista to me is more than just a car. She's an extension of me, everything that I hold dear, my values, my personality, growth. Honestly, it just comes down to her representing my growth. The manual transmission is just representing that push forward and perseverance, that, yeah, I have my problems, but I don't want to let that stop me from enjoying life and everything it has to offer. So after you've practiced the first technique, right? Don't worry about the going at a diagonal for now. For now, because you're a beginner, I want you to just focus on going center and then up. All right, don't worry about the going diagonal. Now, when you get comfortable with the gears where they're at, then I just want you to practice with the clutch. So with the clutch, you see where my foot is, right? You have 3 pedals: the accelerator or gas pedal. Here's, oh shit, don't judge me. The accelerator, brake, and here's your clutch. Okay, your clutch is always with your left foot. So what I want you to do is, if you can see that, I'm gonna have to hold the camera just like this. So let's say you're driving, or you want to drive, you're at a stop. What you're gonna do is to press the clutch in, go to first, all the way to the left and up. What you're gonna do next is you're gonna slowly, like just exaggerate how slow. If you're a beginner, exaggerate how slow you're removing this foot from the clutch. So just go very slow. What's gonna happen is, when you have the car running, the clutch is gonna catch and the car is gonna start slowly creeping forward, just like you would in an automatic car. When you start letting go of the brake, it'll start creeping forward. Same thing happens here. You don't even need to have the brake depressed. So you can just let go slowly and the car is going to start rolling forward. I honestly feel that people should, at least one point in their life, learn how to drive a manual transmission vehicle at least once, just to experience what it's like to actually drive. Because anyone can put a car into drive, step on a pedal, and do this, right? Like, do this. But not a lot of people can shift gear. Shifting itself is an experience. You can easily mess up, or you can easily catch a gear so good and it's like, oh. Yeah, it's different. It hits different, y'all. I've gone fast in cars. I've gone slow in cars. I've driven trucks with manual transmission. It's just different. There's no comparing a vehicle that is an automatic with a manual. There's just no comparison. I love having control of things. I love what I can control. And when it comes to driving, I love being able to control when and how much power I get from my car. The manual transmission is something that's deeply rooted in my DNA. Again, I'm not a purist. I mean, they have paddle stuff now here, and I'm partial towards that. I personally don't care. The Explorer that I drive has it. I've tried it. It's not my cup of tea. I just leave it in automatic. I'll throw it in sports mode, but other than that, I'm not into the paddle stuff. Most people mess up on first, and that's okay, because first is usually the trickiest one to catch. So just get comfortable with stepping on the clutch, going to first, letting go slowly of the clutch until the car catches. The car is going to start moving forward. When it starts moving forward, right, just apply some gas right here. Just apply the throttle, right, slowly, and then right, the car is gonna be like that's when you got to shift. So then you press the clutch in again, shift down the second, let go of the clutch this time a little bit faster, and then just hit the gas. And then you literally just kind of do that every time. When you're gonna go to third, press the clutch in, middle, up, let go, and boom. Really, it's with first gear that you will like pretty much exaggerate how slow you remove your foot from the clutch, right? It's really the only time. So practice that, and I promise you will be well on your way to driving a manual transmission car. That's literally all I wanted to share with y'all, is just the experience of having a manual transmission. There's literally nothing to it. It's fairly easy to learn. I hope you guys and girls learned a little bit about manual transmission in this video. My car channel is not like a typical car channel that you would see on YouTube. This is a car vlog. So I'm just vlogging, and I'll put some videos here and there to make it interesting, more engaging, and catch your eyes. So one more thing I want to cover is reverse. Now, every car is different. Sometimes reverse, in my car, in this case, Callista, the Audi A4, reverse is on this side, on the left side. Some cars is on the right side. Regardless, it's the same thing every time. What you want to do is you press the clutch in, right? Go left, down, and then up. So just like first gear is left and up, what you're doing different is going left, down, then up. And that's how you engage reverse. And it's the same thing that you would in first gear. For reverse, you slowly ease up on the clutch. Okay? I promise you'll get good the more you do it. But practice with the car off before you have the car on, because you don't want to, you don't want to damage your transmission or your gears or burn your clutch. So just get efficient at shifting gears. All right, first, second, middle, up, third, straight down, fourth, middle, right, up, fifth, down, sixth. Okay, practice that. You're gonna do just fine. I hope you enjoyed this short video. I hope it's short. I won't know till I edit it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Get in the comments, boost each other's egos, cheer each other on in the comments. Keep it respectful, keep it professional. Today's question is, would you ever learn to drive a manual transmission if you currently drive an automatic? For those who do have a manual transmission, how do you feel about autonomous cars? All right, so I'm Ali. Thank you for watching. I love y'all. Keep up the good work out there that y'all doing. Keep growing. Stay resilient and introspective, and just keep being as great of a human being as you possibly could towards yourself and towards one another. And I'm gonna see y'all next time. Dos.